Hi guys, I'm going to go ahead and show you how I did my Tim Burton inspired paint. So I'm just taking some white body paint, it's just a water-based paint, and trying to figure out where the main focal points are going to be. So I just wanted to make sure that I had the right proportions and the placement down before I started laying down my base. And so then I want to do a gradient of white to blue. So I started with white paint and with my kabuki brush, and then I went into this lovely light blue that I have and blended it out, and then did a darker blue on the outside. And I made kind of like a circular pattern to go around this flower pot that I'm going to draw and kind of make that a focal point. So kind of look like the avatar a little bit at this point. Since my flowers on my face are going to be eyeballs in the center, I didn't want the blue to bleed in with the paint that I'm going to put on top. So I just removed a little bit of the paint where I'm going to place those. And then this is just me filling it in. I have green eyes, so I decided to make all the eyes green so that they would match my eyes. And then I took a dark blue paint and I went around the edges of the eyeball to kind of make it more circular instead of this football shape. And then then begins the teardrops. So I did it in layers. On the first one, I did I mixed red and black to get a really deep red for the bottom. And this will help you get depth too. And then I took a petal brush and did bright red on the top. And then now I'm just filling in around the edges. You can see right where those petals meet into the center, there's some open spaces. So I did that. And then for this top layer, I went ahead and mixed a little bit of white and red together to kind of give it a lighter shade. And I'm kind of doing like these little heart patterns. I'm using a petal brush. And then that'll give me a really nice petal shape. So I went ahead and did that to all the flowers, and then I outlined my eyes with eyeliner, did my waterline, and I did those first so that I could kind of sort of match the eyes on the rest of my face. So that's just me outlining. And then, yeah, so then I decided I needed to add some green in there. So I threw in some leaves and started finally working on the stems just to kind of fill in those spaces. And now I'm going to work on this flower pot. Now that I got the face pretty much done, I'm going to go ahead and start building up on the pot. Usually I do dark to light when I want depth. But for this particular part, I went light to dark. There's no wrong way. And then I started adding the brown, did a light brown and then a dark brown, just to kind of, again, build it up and get those layers. And then I started adding my cracks. I wanted to have some roots busting out of this flower pot here. You can see on my chin, I just started adding some of those classic Tim Burton swirly, jagged curls, and then continued that down into the pot. The nice thing about this, and everybody knows this about me, I say it over and over again, I like these particular designs because I don't have to have a steady hand to do this. You want it to be wonky. So just adding wherever I think that there needs to be a little bit of a swirl or swoop or blank space, just filling it in. And you see I added a lot more. We've got those going down, and now I'm just adding some outlining, adding some of the cracks and now I'm going to go in again with the layers, a gray on top of that black body paint that I used to kind of highlight some of those root areas, give it a little bit more definition as well. You don't have to highlight all of it, but I did on the wider pieces because I think that it definitely looks better when you have a little bit of depth to it instead of it just being flat black. And once I've got all my gray down and where I want it, I'm going to go ahead and go in with some highlights. So this is usually towards the very end here. So I'm adding some white in the thicker areas of the roots and the vines and stuff. I added a little bit of white on top of the gray. And I have these cute little curly cues on my chin or on my neck. Can't really see them very well in the photos, so that makes me sad, but they were definitely fun. Again, just to fill up some of the space in there. You could add leaves, you can add whatever you want, maybe different kinds of flowers. All right, and there's the final product. Put up a black sheet behind me and took some pictures. And this is what I have for a Tim Burton inspired floral design. So thanks for watching, guys, and see you soon.